It's Wine Wednesday. It's Wine Wednesday.
It's Wine Wednesday. What's up, guys? Welcome to your episode 1 of Wine Wednesday, where we give you the best politics, pop culture, anything that you want to hear. Just drop it down below in the comments, and we'll talk about it every Wednesday, featuring our best friend, wine. This week's wine is a Barefoot White Zinfandel, and it has I hope it has wine, tropical aromas of fresh pineapple and sweet citrus, and the flavors of ripe strawberries, pears, and it intensifies the smooth, crisp finish. Sounds delightful.
Take it to the head.
That's the only way I know how to do it. Anywho, so this week, we definitely want to dabble into something that's pretty interesting, if I do say so myself. If we're not aware,
We got a new president.
Well, y'all have a new president, because as I like to say, I have martial law, or my mother. So shout out to Mom Dukes. I have martial law over my life. So I'm in charge of me. Can't nobody tell me what to do. And I hope that cop in Hampton, Virginia know that I have martial law over my life, and I'm not paying you your $155 and your 52 cents.
Yes, she is.
Who gonna make me?
She gonna work on that. She gonna work on that.
The devil is a
You
liar.
gonna work on that.
She lying.
You gonna work on
She
that.
lying. She lying. Anyway, with the new president in office, he has some restrictions,
To say the least.
What would you call them?
I don't think there is a word for that. Restrictions.
So it's probably, they're a little outlandish of how he wants to build a wall, like from the border of United States and Mexico,
And
to
us
help
pay for it.
and have us pay for it. Mind you,
Your tax.
it's gonna take 16 years to build
He ain't
this
even
wall.
gonna be in office then. So
He may have a good 2 months.
he's not gonna be in office. So my thing is after, say he makes it, just for hypothetically, he makes it 8 years.
Girl, I'm not living here for 8
I said
years.
hypothetically. I'm hoping within the next month he's impeached, but wishful thinking. After the 8 years up, we just gonna stop building the wall? What they gonna be like? Just stop it. He ain't in office no more. You ain't gonna build it.
I mean, I don't think they're necessarily gonna be like, oh, we'll stop building the wall. First of all, I don't even think the wall is gonna get passed to be
Not
built.
going to. It's
But
not.
I mean, Mexico's already beat us to the punch because they're trying to charge Americans $20 to enter into this country. So no more holding a lizard in Tijuana.
For the free on the low level.
Right. Because well, actually, they charge you to hold the lizard.
Oh, do they?
Girl, you didn't want their money.
Okay. Well, I mean, just to see the sights on the low level.
I mean, Tijuana's a great place, so I've been told. I haven't gone yet. Hashtag 25 birthday, Tijuana. Catch me. Snapchat filters on deck.
So
Anyway, so at a restaurant in Brooklyn, New York, I guess to help shine light or show that we support immigrants and that we would, like you all to stay, which to me is crazy. I mean, whatever.
no problem with immigrants.
I mean, neither do I. But at the bottom of their receipt, it tells you how much you bought. First of all, the mimosa special was $8. And you had coffee for $2.75. What were you doing?
Coffee and
What were you doing? What were you doing? You had a Bloody Mary, mimosa, coffee, Florentine, and French toast. Okay. But at the bottom of the receipt, it says, immigrants make America great. They also clip your food and serve you today. Now, I can see where this can be a positive and where this could be a negative. Because just like any other American in this country, they're working just like we are, which is dope. Like, that's cool. We respect it. But on the same token, did you have to say that they cooked the food and they served you?
Well, I mean, no, they didn't have to say it, but because people they're making such a big deal about it. I'm not saying everyone is making a big deal about it, but 90% of any restaurant that you're in, who's working in the back? Who's cooking the food?
I mean, a lot of times there are Hispanics in the kitchen.
Who's cleaning the tables? Who's doing the busboy jobs for 0 to...
A lot of times Hispanics are doing it. However, my thing is we already know that.
I don't think it's not to say that we don't know that. I think it was to point out to the people, the ignorant people who are saying get rid of the immigrants. Hey, you gonna come back here and cook your own food then? Who gonna serve you?
I mean, it's not to say that not any, like they aren't the only people that can cook though.
Well, no, they're not. Absolutely not. But when people look at jobs in general, not even just with immigrants, when you look at the way people treat people who work at McDonald's or like lower...
First of all, the employees at McDonald's take their job entirely too seriously. You go 25 cents for a packet of ketchup? Excuse me? You giving me these dry fries and they're salty as crap, and you're not gonna give me ketchup? And I gotta pay 25 cents for it?
That costs them to give you that now.
No, for you to reach into the box and hand me a packet of ketchup costs you money?
It's wasted.
Fuck that, okay?
It's wasted though.
Okay, so my granddaddy used to hoard, what's the things called? Condiments. And condoms. But anyway, rest his soul. Anywho, Papa used to hoard condiments. So they would come, he would use them when he needed them, when we ran out of ketchup. Oh, we got ketchup packets in the junk drawer. Dig in a junk drawer and you got ketchup.
He wasn't pouring in the ketchup bottle, was he?
No, that's
okay.
That's nasty. It's not that much ketchup in a ketchup packet.
I've seen some people do it now, so that's why I was asking.
But I mean, you take that so seriously, like really?
But no,
it's ketchup.
It's taking that part seriously. It's like when people talk down to certain workers. You have to let them know if I wasn't here doing this, you wouldn't be able to, there's a job for everyone. Not to say that that's ultimately their dream job, but without them being here, there's no one here to serve you.
So you're saying that
but those who are working higher up, you're gonna come down and.
So are you saying that all the jobs that we don't want, or that, and I say we, I mean people who need them, quote unquote, need these jobs. Those people that need these jobs, they aren't taking them because they're taking them because we won't take them.
For a lot of the part, yeah, because they're just looking for a better life.
They take their job too seriously at McDonald's.
I'm not just saying McDonald's. Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
Then Chick-fil-A.
Honestly, I've never seen anyone outside of an American working at Chick-fil-A. Ever. What Chick-fil-A you be going to? Girl, shout out to that Chick-fil-A because every time I sit there, somebody, my pleasure.
They got 3 Muslims working at that one, so.
You know that's a religion, right?
Yeah, but still, they're not always American. They're not from the U.S. of A.
Are you sure that they're from out of this world? Are you sure they're
no
from?
more wine for you.
Are you sure they're from?
One of the young ladies said she was. Like I talked to them.
So with all of this being said, how would you feel if at the bottom of your receipt it said that your food was prepared by immigrants as well as you were served by immigrants?
I guess I mean, depending on how the situation played out, I can't say why that was put on there. I don't think that was put on there for just a person who was giving them the best in terms of how they were treating them. So this obviously came from a person who probably talked down to them. So they had to voice their opinion and say, look.
So what if it was terrible service? Like, what if you had trash service from an immigrant, and now you're like, well, that's why they shouldn't be here. They don't know how to get my order correct. Then what do? Like, then it backfires. What you're trying to do then backfires.
Well, that is true. So no, they didn't need to.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't feel like that's one of those things that needs to be necessarily pointed out. Saying, hey, you were served by an immigrant today, as well as your food was prepared by one too.
No, absolutely not. So no, I mean, I think some people take things too far to voice their opinion, and it's just like, okay, we've heard you. and you let it go. Everyone is not going to agree about the same thing. So,
I mean, no, very, very true.
We can't all agree on the same thing. We can't.
True. And one thing that I don't agree about is, according to the NFL, Lady Gaga's Super Bowl 51 performance, Pepsi halftime, shout out to Pepsi. Pepsi halftime performance is the best since Michael Jackson's performance in 1993.
I don't think so.
Let that sink in.
No, ma'am. Oh, ma'am. I mean, it was good. Don't get me wrong. I like Gaga. I like Gaga. I like how she propelled from the top, roof, like Spider-Man. I love that. I thought that was great. However, but I've seen some really good halftime performances. One being Miss Beyonce.
I'm no Beyonce stan. Like, I'm not, part of anybody's beehive.
I'm not part of the beehive now.
By anybody's stretch of imagination. I don't live that life, okay? The trolling on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, Farmers Only, Black People Meet, Match, like all of that. Like, y'all do too much. Like, that's scary. Yes, the beehive is. But Beyonce's performance was last year. Like, literally last year. Super Bowl 50, which is a big number. 51, when you turn 50, you're like, oh, that's party. When you turn 51, you're like, I'm old. So,
I mean, plus, I personally think, I also thought Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake's Middlegate was pretty darn great as well. So, I mean.
It took us all back to spring break in Cancun.
So, I mean, not to say that Gaga's performance wasn't good, but I don't think it was the best.
Gaga did a lot of moving. I mean.
Yes, she did.
She did a lot. She didn't stay put for very long at all. At all. Which was very distracting as far as when it comes to the cameras and trying to just pinpoint where is she going, what's she doing? Is she jumping off of this? Is she jumping off of that? Like, what is she doing? That was distracting. So I get irritated.
It was just a whole lot. It was a whole lot of movement, but not, again, I don't think it was the greatest. I feel like it was good. I think the mic drop and her jumping down at the end was...
I personally felt like she should have threw it up and then jumped down. That would have had a better effect to me.
With
like,
the mic?
If she threw the mic up and then jumped down, so then the mic came back into the frame, but she wasn't there to grab it.
She did catch the football, though.
I wonder how long did that take? No, really, she was jumping a lot. One thing I can say about the performance is that she did it all by herself.
Yeah, she didn't have anyone.
And I believe that may be what they're trying to pinpoint with Michael Jackson, because Michael Jackson did his performance all by himself.
No other guest stars and appearances came. And again, so how do you feel about, like, what would you rate her?
On a 1 to Beyonce?
Yeah.
On a 1 to Beyonce, I will put Gaga right there around range 7. Like, it was still a really good performance, but like Beyonce snapped. Like, she snapped.
Beyonce.
And Katy Perry did a really dope job too. Like, she had a liger, a tiger?
Yeah.
Like, she was riding a mechanical, not a mechanical bull, but it was mechanical. What was it, a tiger?
We can't forget about Prince. Prince's performance was great.
Right, and then, like, how are you missing all these performances? Prince, Beyonce, Katy Perry. Missy Elliott. Like, Missy. Like, Missy and herself. Dope.
Man, wow. Okay.
So, I'm just really trying to understand, like, where you get these statistics from the NFL. Because it don't make that much sense how you're like, oh yeah, okay, Lady Gaga was good. Like, she was good. She wasn't great.
She was Gaga.
She was Gaga. Speaking of the Super Bowl, Wayne and Birdman 2.0 popped out. Yeah, that's right. Tom Brady and his daddy had a on the lips. So everybody was jumping down Lil Wayne's throat about kissing Birdman. But Tom Brady wins his 5th Super Bowl and kissed his daddy on the lips. And
nobody say nothing.
Oh my God!
It was precious.
Oh, I still
precious.
kiss my daddy. I wish I would kiss my daddy on the lips. That's nasty. Like, that's disgusting.
And I mean, different strokes, different folks. Some people as adults can do that. Like for me, I just feel it's weird.
I'm not kissing my mom.
I don't think I can kiss my mom.
I did it on accident one day. I was like, no.
But still, like,
No.
for some, that's just how they're raised. Just like,
I'm not going.
I'm not going.
I'm not going.
I mean, I know personally for me, I can't kiss my dad or my mom on the lips. I think that stopped at like age 10 for me personally.
After a while, it just got really weird. But I'm almost positive Tom Brady's daddy don't wear Carmex, chapstick, bliss sticks.
No, you can't judge that man and say he don't do that.
You really think
He
he
might.
does?
He might wear heels. He might. Heels.
He don't wear no, like, from the picture. From the picture, that man don't wear no lip chap.
I mean, if
After, I don't know if it was before or after he kissed his wife, but if it was after, you're now kissing his wife? Or his wife is now kissing his daddy?
Either way, I feel like it's, for me, I can't. I can't kiss my.
Would you kiss me? You better not. Nasty. Nasty. Girl.
Pucker up.
Girl mom.
Smooches.
No. I'm only kissing my boo.
Okay, boo.
Hey, Daddy.
16.
Right. Once again, this Wine Wednesday was brought to you by Barefoot. No, it's not sponsored, but if you want to drop it here, hit the email. Holler at me. We'll be barefooting it up. Sandy beaches and all.
With the bottle. With the bottle.
I appreciate you all watching, taking time out of your
Busy day.
I almost called it something.
Y'all
ain't doing nothing. Go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, share. Tell your mama about it. She may like a little wine.
Come visit us. We won't give her wine next week. She getting sparkling cider instead.
And maybe whiskey.
But before we end this, I just want to know, before tequila and avocados become illegal, who is our black market person? Asking for a friend, that's all. Asking for a friend.
Free El Chapo! It's been Brie Camille. It's Wine Wednesday.
Smooches.
Alright.
Old.
No, he's like a she can read. Allegedly.
We live.
Oh, I'm live. I'm live. I'm live.
She lied.
Hey. Did you get your smile on? Face on me. Highlight on.